So is PPT visible full screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thank you. So here we have seen several basic things of MATLAB. Later on the practical may be performed, so that identifying the syntax into the practical MATLAB code will be easier to you people. Else what we do in general, we type the code, we get the result and we become happy. So aage output, not like that. We should understand line to line code into the practical. So that's why we are conducting say some fundamentals of the MATLAB during this lecture instead of directly starting the practical. So here the data types into the MATLAB. MATLAB provides 15 fundamental data types. Every data type stores data that is in the form of matrix or array. The size of the matrix or array is minimum 0 by 0, and this can be grow up or extended to a matrix of any matrix or array of any size. Most commonly used data types in the MATLAB are, these are the most commonly used data types into the MATLAB. So we will see all listed on the PPT, but we'll focus on few data types while performing say the operations, because the MATLAB is a huge say software. It has huge number of syntax functions, so will not operate on each and every function. So those who are which are required, we will say work on that. So data types, the logical means that is 0 and 1, of course. Then character means the A B C D alphabet. Then we have numeric contains number. So under numeric there is single, double. Then these are the types: integer 8, integer 16, integer 32 and integer 64. Unsigned integer 8, unsigned integer 16, unsigned integer 32 and unsigned integer 64. These are the subclasses, we can say, or data types. So here by default the MATLAB has double data type, and if you want to work on another data type, say either say integer or say unsigned integer or single, say, you have to use functions to assign or change the data types. Then there is another data type, that is cell. We'll go in detail, of course. Then structure under structure there is a user classes, then Java classes and the function handle. So as we are at beginner, so we will go through up from logical up to this one, and we'll see say single a few example related to these. Then some more detail of the data types, like we have data types, what under what category: integer 8, integer 16, integer 32 and integer 64. That same way unsigned integer, I'll show you the range, don't you worry. Then unsigned integer 16, unsigned integer 32 and unsigned integer 64. This comes under numeric data type. And again you can see the example unit uint, that is unsigned integer 16, number is 65000, which is of course you can change it. This is the example wherein into the MATLAB whatever will be the array or matrix or say variable stored will be of unsigned integer 16 if we are using this instruction. So array of signed integer and unsigned integers requires less storage space compared to single and double. All integer types except integer 64 and unsigned integer 64 can be used for mathematical operations. These integer 64 and unsigned integer 64 are used for some different purposes. Then single. Single, this is the example of single. We'll run that. Array of single precision number requires less storage space than that of double. By default it is double, but has less precision and smaller range. Precision is less and range is less. And double, which is the by default data type into the MATLAB, if we won't change it, is this. So example is same, that is, and also there is real and imaginary part. We can have like 5 plus 6i. So 6 is the imaginary part and 5 is the real part. Array of double precision numbers, two-dimensional arrays can be sparse. The default numeric type in the MATLAB is the double. Then another one is the logical. So logical means it will provide you the values only in 0 and 1. So you can see values is 0 in 1 to represent true or false. To represent true or false. So we can have some example here into the MATLAB. I'll open MATLAB. I'll go through the simple examples again. So I will say that a is equal to say 105. Now as we have seen in the into the last lectures, a variable is created with variable name a. Now it is 105. Now what is 105? You have one command whose, which we already used. So you can see here variable name is a, size is 1 by 1 array or matrix, byte 8 byte, and class is double. Class is double. I may ask, is a in bracket array a, is it of single? Is it of single type? And I'll enter. You can see answer is 0. This 0 is what? This 0 is the logical data type that shows it is the false condition, because we know that a is of double type and I am asking, is a is single type? So it says no, it is false. Let's go for double here. If I ask, is a double? Answer is 1. So this is what a logical data type, which shows that the condition, now the condition is true, that whatever the variable you are asking, its data type is of double. Now coming to the data types again. So here is the another data type, that is character. And by putting say character, any character A to Z, you can use space is also one of the character, and arrays of character are used in this. String are represented as a vector of the characters. For array containing more than one string, it is to be used cell arrays. It is called cell arrays. Then what is cell arrays? I'll show you the example again. So I open MATLAB. Here I'll write a is equal to, in single quote, I'll write skill development. Quote complete. I entered. Now previous value from a is replaced by skill development. You can see here. Let me change the layout. Okay. So here you can see it is now variable a has the string or say character which has name skill development. If you count the letters, letters will be only 16, but you can see here its dimension is 1 by 17, because whatever the space I mentioned between skill and development, that is considered as a character. Later on, we may have such type of cell array, that I may say that a is 1 comma 1 12, that is number, then a is 1 comma 2, that will increase number of rows, is red, that is nothing but color, and a is 1 comma 3, that is say magic 4 or magic 3. I will tell you what is magic 4, magic 3. Okay, so coming back to the MATLAB, so I'm writing what is the syntax for that. It is a in bracket, that is curve brackets are there. So I'll write it here, a in this bracket 1 comma 1 bracket close, then is equal to say 30. I made some syntax error again. Is equal to semicolon is required. Cell content assignment to non-cell array object. Okay, a is already there. I'll use b 1 comma 1 bracket equals to 30. So here we have created b, which has one number on first row, first column. Then I'll change it to 1 comma 2, and I will say one, any name or color whatever you want. So I will write red. So it will enter red, and I will add on into b variable, I'm adding on cells. So it will be say 1 comma 3, you can go for 1 comma 4 5, and number of cells can be added. So here I'll write magic 3. So I'll come back to the workspace now to understand this. We created variable b, which is of cell type now, and we have different attributes there. Like I entered number 30, I entered color red, I entered magic 3, which is of course matrix. So we'll come to the b, and you can see here is in first row, first column, it is 30. Second column, first row, of course a one row is there, so it is what, red. And in third, we have seen such type of formats. In third, I double click that. If you come here, it is in square bracket 8 comma 1 comma 6 semicolon 3 comma 5 comma 7 semicolon 4 comma 9 comma 2. So it is matrix. If I double click this, you can see this is the matrix. This is the matrix. So how this matrix is created? Actually, there is a function into the MATLAB. If you say magic say 2 3 4 5 6, so if I write magic 3, it will create 3 by 3 matrix, wherein if you add all the say rows, so addition of all the rows and addition of all the columns will be equal. Like you can see 8 plus 1 plus 6, it is 15. 7 3 10 plus 5 15. Similarly, if you do the vertical addition, it will be same. If I do it for say magic 4, then there will be a matrix created which is 4 by 4 automatically. Again, its row column addition are similar. So one way to represent, like I have created kind of say Excel sheet, I may say here for B. In first I have number, second I have color, in third I have matrix. I can assign name to this. Say if I write a dot, I'll call previous instructions. Okay, say This is the, we'll read the theory first. This is the syntax where a dot day is equal to 12, a dot color is red, a dot matrix, mat for matrix is magic 3. Array of C-like structure, each structure having name fields. If you want name fields, then capable of storing an array of a different dimension and data type. Of course, all the dimension and data types are different. Like we may do that practice first. Like I want what, say, data type. I will write whose. Let's see what happened. So you can see here, you can see if I put whose, it shows that variable name a, which is 1 by 17, 34 byte is required to store this, and class is character, means data type is character. There is one, say, use system defined variable, that is answer. It is 4 by 4 matrix magic जो हमने किया था magic 4, that requires 128 bytes to store, and its data type is double. I said by default it will take what, data type double. But for B, what we did, for B we have used this program, that is B in bracket 1 comma 130, then B in bracket 1 comma 2 red, then B in bracket 1 comma 3 magic 3. So we have three different data types into B, that is number, then red is nothing but character, and third magic jo hai, that is nothing but matrix. So accordingly B has what, size of 1 by 3 matrix, and it requires 266 byte to store particular data whatever we entered, and its data type is cell. So this is how this data type is retrieved by using whose instruction. And in, of course, what point we are looking at, it is a cell array. So cell array is like this. We can store, capable to storing an array of different dimension and data type. As we have seen in this example, three data types of different data types with three different dimensions. This has only single row, and magic 4 जो और magic 3 हमने किया था, that has a matrix of 3 by 3 dimension. Then another one data type is structure. So structure, initially in cell array, what we did, we have directly created, say, cell array, but not used, say, name field. So if you want to name that field, I may directly use dot a dot day, then a dot color, and a dot mat is equal to whatever we did earlier. So coming back to the MATLAB, we have B, that is, I will say that B dot what, day, that is day is equal to say 12. What was the syntax? Syntax is same. So here, okay, warning is there, no. Then B dot color equals to, say, what, red, and then B dot matrix equals to magic, say, 3. So you can see here, now B, I have B. Initially B कैसे था? You remember that if I click on B, say in workspace, it it had what, a single Excel sheet kind of say pattern, and there are 1 2 3 column and 1 row. So here you can see for day there is separate sheet created, for color there is separate sheet created, and for, say, mat, separate sheet is created which has magic matrix 3. Okay, so this is how we can use structured data types into the MATLAB. Is PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
So moving to the next PPT, I am moving to the next PPT. This is theory kind of say things. Rather than discussing earlier, I took it say after the programming so that now we know what are the data types and how to use that. But what is the range of data types? Suppose somebody is saying I have lot of money, but nobody can know what amount of money he or she has, right? Range पता नहीं है. So here MATLAB has certain range, signed bit integer and unsigned bit integer. So signed 8-bit integer जो है that has range minus 2 raised to power 7 to minus 2 raised to power 7 minus 1. Similarly integer 16 जो है that has 2 raised to power 16, 2 raised to power 15 minus and 2 raised to power 15 minus 1. So this is the range of data it can be stored into the integer 16. Like if I quote simple example, suppose I say integer 2, so what we get, it is 2 raised to power 2, it is 4, means minus 4 is available, minus 4 number is available, minus 3 is available, minus 2, minus 1, then 0 is available. Then what next? 2 raised to power 2 minus 1, so it will be 4 minus 1 means 3. Next it will be positive number, only 1 2 3 will be available. Similarly, what is 2 raised to power 7? So 2 minus 2 raised to power 7 से लेके 2 raised to power 7 minus 1, इतने numbers we can store into the MATLAB, or we can use into the MATLAB for integer 8, for integer 16 this is the range, for I'm sorry, I'm talking about conversion function. For sign integer 8, 16 and sign integer 32 and sign integer 64 has these range. And if you wanted to convert it, we have to use this integer, integer, integer. It's a conversion function. If you want to use into the MATLAB, if I'm using, like, I'll quote one example so that it will be very easy. So if I'm using, I'll clear all. So I'll say A is equal to say 55. So again, if you go for whose, then A is of 1 by 1, then 8 bytes are required to store, and it is of double type. But what I will say now, say B is equal to integer 8 in bracket 55, bracket close, enter. Now you can see into the workspace. I'll close the previous to avoid confusions. So here A and here is B. You can see here is A, here is B. Both have 55 number. Intentionally I use similar number. Now I will use whose function. Whose. So you can see here there are only two variable A and B that we know because we have created now. Then A is having same dimension 1 by 1. B is having same dimension 1 by 1. A requires 8 byte to store and it is of double type, and B requires only single byte to store, it is of integer 8. So here difference, you know, very simple example, you can see the difference. Double requires more space to store, but integer 8 requires near about 1 by 8 space to store the same number. Now, but here whenever I'm using integer 8, I specifically mentioned that 55 is the number which has data type integer 8 and must be stored in B. But if I'm not mentioning this, it will have directly stored with the data type of double by default into the MATLAB. So with the example, it is very easy to understand. Again, coming back to the PPT, uh, range of unsigned integer. As we say the unsigned integer, that means there is no negative value. So we'll see 8, 16, 32 and 64. The range are respectively here 0 to 2 raised to power 8 minus 1. Then range for 16 unsigned integer is 0 to 2 raised to power 16 minus 1. 32 के लिए it is 0 to 2 raised to power 32 minus 1, and for 64 it is 0 to 2 raised to power 64 minus 1. And for using this we need these functions: u integer, u for unsigned, int for integer, u int 8, u int 16, u int 32 and u int 64. I'll move to the next. I'll move to the next PPT. So some of the functions I might have used before coming to the PPT, so don't you worry, because to explain I have to use multiple, say, syntax to correlate with each other. So MATLAB stores numeric data as a double precision floating point by default. To store data as an integer, use one of the conversion function, that is we already did that, that is x is equal to integer 16, that is 32501 is stored into the MATLAB with data types of integer 16 into the variable x. You can use whose function, which we already used several times, to show the dimension, byte count, data type of an array represented by variable x. And if you want to specifically see whose of single variable x don't want to reflect remaining variable which are created into the MATLAB, then we can write whose x, which will show you, of course, variable name, size, byte and the class of the array. If you can use class, you can use class function if you want to assign the output as shown on the PPT. Say x type equal to x class x, and x type is the integer 16. Like, only it will show the class, nothing. So I'll write here class of latest integer, latest is b, class of b, it shows integer 8. Say class of a, it shows double. So only to retrieve the information attributes जो है class, उसके लिए we can use class for particular variable. Else if you use whose, it will show you all the information as it is reflected on the screen. Now use isInteger function if you just want to verify whether particular variable is integer or not. Let's see that. Coming here, I'll say is integer is the function in bracket a. It shows 0 because a is what? A is having double data type. So it shows 0, 0 means it is false. Let's say for same instruction for say b, now it will show 1 because b is definitely it is an integer of type 8 and it shows true condition, and that means b is an integer. So same is reflected on PPT. So this is one of the example with variable x, and if answer is 1, then of course whatever variable you are checking that is of integer type. It may be 8, 16, 32 or 64, whatever, and The conversion function are also useful when converting other data types, like string to integer. Let's have one example for string. This is the string example. So I'll go back to the MATLAB, and here I'll say some new number, say n is equal to any word, say same word I will use, hello. Then this is what is n. N is nothing but string, and string has how many characters? It has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 characters. If you go to the n into the workspace, it is 1 by 5, and here data types is given. I hope you are able to see n is nothing but 1 by 5. Here I am highlighting, and its data type is character, and it has only say 5 character. So it is what now, these are the character, data type is character. If you write, I'll repeatedly use it, whose n, n क्या है पूछा मैंने. So n उसने बताया है it is 1 by 5 size, n is the name, then it requires 10 bytes to store, and class is the character. It is not an integer, it is not single, double, it is not say what logical, it is character. Let's convert this into the integer. So the syntax for that conversion I have already shown here. Integer 8, directly we can change it, integer 8, and you can assign variable if you want, otherwise by default it will be ans. So we'll go in that manner. So I will write integer, instead of 8 I will say 16. Let's try. In bracket किसे convert करना है, n, and I will enter. So you can see here now n has converted into integer 16, and you can see some number on the screen, that is 104, 101, 108, 108 and 111. You can see 108 is repeated because hello world has 2l. So these numbers are nothing but ASCII code of particular character. If I wanted to say display a, capital A, if I wanted to display small a or space or any character, it has assigned special ASCII code. Like I'll say here is the answer, and answer में क्या दिया है, answer is the variable where it is 1 by 5 length, because of course there are only 5 character. I converted into the integer 16, and class is integer 16, and these are mentioned here. You can have say function whose ans. So it is of integer 16, requires 10 byte to store, and it is 1 by 5 size. Again, another way, if you don't want by default variable which is into the MATLAB, that is answer, you can use another, like I will mention some another one, that is m is equal to, I will say integer 8 in bracket n. So what I am doing, n is the character type of data which has word hello. I'm converting it into integer 8 and saving it to the one new variable called m, and let's enter. You can see the same numbers because I have not changed hello word, so these number ASCII respective ASCII code will not change. So but here new variable m is generated, which is of 1 by 5 and integer 8. So this is how we can convert one data type into the another. Moving to the next PPT, integer function. Some of these we may have used during this lecture, so we'll not repeat it again. So here are the functions and its description. Functions: integer 8, integer 16, integer 32, integer 64, that converts into signed integer and of 1, 2, 4 or 8 byte integer size. It is a size of, generally it is stored in the byte. Then unsigned integer 8 16, 32 and 64. Convert unsigned integer to store into this 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 8-byte integer. Then class returns the data type of an object. Suppose I use class of A, then A, suppose it is of character, it will reflect it is character. If it is of double, then it will reflect double. Is A is also function if determine is A determine input value has specified data type. I may ask, is A double? It will say yes or no in the form of 0 and 1 and 0 respectively. Is integer we already used, determine the input value is integer array or not. Is numeric, it will also provide you whether it is numeric or not. Let's try this. Like I will say that is numeric, what I wanted to ask whether variable n is numeric or not. He says no, it is false, 0, because what is stored in n? In n, hello world is stored, which is character. And I'll say is numeric. I'll use another one. What is numeric value here? B. Or say A is also numeric. So I'll say B. It shows true condition, it is numerical. Is character n? Yes, because n is character. Is character B? It shows false because B is not character, it is numeric value. So again, this is how we can check or use these integer functions to, because now we are say working at very low level, 1 2 variables are say there into the library, but whenever we write huge program, then it is very difficult to identify each and every variable type, its size, its data types, whatever its name. Then we can use whose command, is number, is integer, is character, whatever. So accordingly we may directly extract the data so that we can proceed it further. Moving to the next PPT, MATLAB floating point function. Floating point functions. So here functions and description double, convert into double. If I'm using double of A, it will convert A. If A is say integer 8, and if I'm saying double A, then it will convert into double. If I say single A, it will convert into A. Then class return the data type object, as we have already say. Is AB function हमने use किया है. Same function is actually there in dub, means floating point and say integer, both इसमें है, इसलिए यहाँ पे PPT पे it is repeated. Is float or not, is numeric we used, it will show you whether particular variable is numeric. EPS returns the floating point relative accuracy. MATLAB की floating point accuracy कितनी है वो देता है, we'll see that. Real max, real number में real max limit कितनी है? Real max is the largest floating point number of your computer that can be represented, and real mean. So we'll see these three functions here, EPS, real max and real mean. So I'll say EPS, it shows the accuracy. This is the accuracy. हमें इससे सब कुछ करना नहीं है, ज़्यादा सोचना भी नहीं. This is the accuracy where the floating point can be displayed. Then I will say real max. So real max, this will be the maximum real number can be say used or can be assigned, can be displayed on MATLAB. Then I'll say real mean, this will be the minimum real number that can be used into the MATLAB. Coming back to the PPT again, complex number function. Function and description, of course, this is table. I have the borders are hidden. So complex constructs a complex data from real and imaginary component. I or J returns imaginary unit used constructing complex data. Real, return the real part of the complex number. Imagine, returns the imaginary part of the number. Is real, of course it is checking condition, it will show you true or false with 1 and 0 respectively. Let's go back to the MATLAB and do some small exercise. Say I will say a is equal to 5 plus I of 7. I think it is 7i or I7. Okay, 7i. So you can see here real part and imaginary part are there, real part and imaginary part. Let's see here. I'll say uh, whose a. What it says, it is 1 by 1 matrix because store हुआ है a 1 by 1 matrix में. Here you can see on the workspace. Then it requires 16 bytes to store. Data type default है which is double, and attribute it is a complex number. So another I'll say is a in bracket a. First of all we will see these is real function, and real and imaginary part will do that first. So I'll say here somewhere I will mention something, say x is equal to real of a. So it will provide you the real part of complex number a. Then I'll say that, say y is equal to imaginary part of a, imag, I think, yes. So it will provide you imaginary part, which is here, imaginary part. And I will say is real, is real. कौन सा चेक करना है? A, which we created. There is some function. It is real. Let me see the error. Is real. I wrote S. I forgot. Is real. It says what? 0, because A array is not real. It has 5 real number and 7 imaginary number. Let's see it for another one. Let's say is real x, क्योंकि x में कुछ स्टोर हुआ है, that is number 5 now. It shows true. Yes, it is real. So is real function is also used for identifying whether a particular variable is real or not. Moving to the next PPT, infinity and nan function. So as we already discussed in previous lecture, INF function is used for infinite value. Is nan, suppose certain variable is there and उसमें number है या नहीं, we can check it with the is nan. Is infinity, is finite, and nan. These are the functions that you can use. Let's go back to the MATLAB. So I'll say here is nan in bracket, say x. What we are asking is nan means x में जो store है, is it no number? Number नहीं है वो, but in actual we know that it is a number, so it shows false. Let's go for another one जहाँ पे number नहीं है. कहाँ पे number नहीं है? n. In n there is no number because in n there is hello world, so I will put n. It also shows what? 0 0 0 0 false, because let's go back to the n, and now n is character. We have already converted into the number by using int 8. So we have to practice something else. Say I'll clear it all first. Say a is equal to say character, any character, say m, Now m is stored, and I will say is nan in bracket a. It shows false. I will say nan a is an error. Just let me check once again the function. So is nan detect NaN element, not a number. NaN is not a number of an array. So actually character is already stored into the ASCII code number. Maybe it is, that's why it is showing you false. So we'll see is finite and is infinite. We'll work on that later on. Is infinite a, let's see what happened. 0 is infinite, then I will say finite a. Yes, it has a finite value. And if I write say another variable, say b is equal to infinity, I assign b is equal to infinity and just do that for b. Is b is in finite value? It says no. Is b infinite value? Now it will say yes, because b, I have assigned b which is now infinity. Here b is infinity denoted by I and f. So here nan I already practiced, but there must be very specific example to elaborate this nan. Return the not a number. Okay, we'll see that in example. Then the next PPT has function and description, type of identifiers. So there is class, is a, is float, is integer, is numeric, is real, whose. We already use this and we know what is use of these identifier function. This is called identifier function. And the last is the format function. Format function also we have used in previous lectures. We have changed the formats using format function. So we will not discuss this here as it is listed kind of function, and I have to cover all the functions in this PPT because there is separate point. We'll move back to so here string. We'll run this program directly and then we'll stop. This is the string, copy paste कर रहा हूँ. So we'll see whether it run or not, and else we have to rectify an errors. The input character is not valid in. One by one I think I have to write. So first is I'm generating a string. The input character is not valid in MATLAB statement or expression. I already used this function on my laptop, but here data types में बहुत सारे changes. My string is equal to skill development. Okay, there is one. Okay, so my string is now executed. Then what I'm doing here, that my string I will convert into the ASCII value. So this is the code, second line of the code. So it is converting my string जो था, that is what skill development, it is converted into the ASCII value. So यहाँ पे display जब होता नहीं, it is showing you column 1 to 11 or 12 to 17 because total 17 character in skill development. So here it is converted into the ASCII code, and later on this my string is converted into 16 unsigned integer. So these are the conversion command, nothing else, we already did that. So it is converted into 16 unsigned integer, and again back to the character. So here it will again convert it back to the character, that is skill development. So here it is converted into ASCII. So you can see here the ASCII codes are 7 for say skill का जो S लिखा है capital, for that 83 is the ASCII code. Then development का जो T लिखा है that also have last क्या है यहाँ पे, this one is for T, ASCII code for T. So this is how I think we will stop here. This is how we can use functions, and there are how many 16 data types into the MATLAB. We have seen each and every data type with single example. It is not possible to cover all the program codes during this lecture. It is say you at it is to be studied by you at your end, because it is huge, as I said. So here concluding, this is the syllabus for first unit, out of which we have seen the fundamental of MATLAB, MATLAB environment we have seen, operators we have seen, data types we have seen, variables, arrays हमने create किए हैं, character and string we have seen, character and string, how to use character and string, then structures एक बार देखा है अभी, structures हमने create किया था, which one is structure, हमने create करा था a dot day, a dot color, a dot matrix, so that was a structure. Built-in function कुछ देखे हैं, some there are several functions, so built-in function हमने कुछ देखे हैं, बहुत सारे बाकी है यार. Then input output data handling ये हमने नहीं देखा है. Script writing we have seen, m file कैसे बनाते हैं, that is script writing. Creating function हमने नहीं देखा है, and conditional statement और introduction to toolboxes ये हमने नहीं देखा है. I'm saying that because in next month all the lectures will be conducted by Turaskar sir. So I'll convey what portion is covered during our discussion, and remaining will be carried out by Turaskar sir. Once he will finish few points from this subject, again he will hand over it to me, maybe during GUI, graphical user interface, or maybe during graphics in MATLAB. Okay, so he will also cover 4-5 points or more than that within a month, and later on he will hand over this lecture to me. Any question from your side, because we have very less time? I'll come back to you. Yes, any question? I'll wait for only 1 minute, because you will have only 3 minutes to log into another lecture, that is of analog electronics 2, will be conducted by Kanchandani sir. Yes, any question? No? Okay then, thank you very much. Wait, I have to download the attendance. Okay, you can leave the meeting. Thank you very much.